This is Tank's Vlog, August 17th, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. NFL preseason week 2 underway. And what do we see? We see a rematch of Super Bowl 52, with the Patriots hosting the Eagles. This one did not go the Eagles' way, as Tom Brady once again shredded them like cheese. And they got 2 touchdowns, played the bulk of the game. Brady saw a lot of action. So far this preseason, the Eagles' defense has allowed 68 points. But the big concern is Nick Foles left the game with a shoulder injury. Now, the Eagles are holding their breath. He looks like he might be okay, but he'll be reevaluated on Friday. With Carson Wentz still sidelined from his knee surgery, the last thing the Eagles need right now is for Nick Foles to miss any amount of time. Now, the Patriots might have lost the game in the big game that matters, but on Thursday, maybe they got a little bit of satisfaction in putting a little hurt on the Eagles. Of course, that guy flying the banner around Gillette Stadium, that didn't go over well. I'm surprised he did. I mean, I don't know if you saw this yet, but some guy flew a sign over a plane with a banner saying the final score of the Super Bowl with the Eagles beating the Patriots. You know, that guy in the plane better watch out. The Patriots have several people in the end zone with muskets and guns. Now, I don't know if it could reach that plane, but if it can, that might be the last trip that guy takes. Baseball. What is wrong with the Yankees? That's the question a lot of people are asking right now, as they continue to just play lethargic baseball. Forget about the division. Right now, they now have to be worried about the A's knocking on their door for the wild card. I mean, they only have a 3-game lead for the first spot, 5.5 overall. I mean, if they continue to play the baseball the way they are, things could get very tight in the Bronx. And, of course, Tanaka pitched well, but the Yankees just continue to just fail at big time to get big hits. And nobody has failed more than Greg Bird. Greg Bird, whose error or misplay led to the Red Sox rally last week in the 9th inning against Aroldis Chapman, came up with the bases loaded, nobody out, and popped it up on a first pitch. And after the game, Aaron Boone's giving him excuses. He's tired, and Greg Bird saying he's tired. You're tired? Give me a break. He hasn't played this many games before. And Boone accepts these excuses. This is why Aaron Boone is a bad manager. This is why he's bad for the Yankees. This is why it was a terrible mistake for them to hire him. This is why you need someone with experience, and you need someone to sometimes have the whip. And Joe Girardi had that whip. I mean, I tell you, when you load the bases in the 9th and you can't get anyone home, Greg Bird comes up, pops up, and it kills the rally. When it happens, that's what you just got to say. Turn to your partner and say, "That's baseball, Susan." Da 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 da. When the Yankees can't beat the O's or the Rays, you just look to your partner and say, "That's baseball, Susan." Yankees now going to play the Blue Jays. I mean, if they continue to play like this, things are definitely going to get tight. Oh, if only George was alive. And I'm not talking about the mellow George. I'm talking about the George that would fly off the handle and go nuts. It's right now. Woo! We would be getting an explosion from Big Stein. Mets, meanwhile, you want to talk about exploding? This is a team that went played binary baseball in June. 1-0-1-0-0-0-1. All of a sudden scores 40 runs in 2 days? How is this possible? This has not been done in the National League since 1933. And they scored 16 runs yesterday, 24 in the first game of a doubleheader. Jose Bautista having one of the biggest games of his career. Everyone up and down the lineup. Now, don't get me wrong. The Phillies helped the Mets out. I mean, they booted the baseball around. They played sloppy baseball. The Phillies looked like they were drunk in that first game. I mean, that was just pathetic, pitiful performance. As Corey Oswalt got the win. I mean, oh, God. And then even Jerry Blevins got an RBI single. How does that even happen? But, of course, second game, doubleheader. Back to reality. Steven Matz, you stink. Steven Matz, you know, I am done with Steven Matz. If he gets a paper cut, he wants out of the game. I mean, I was talking earlier about Greg Bird being soft. Well, Steven Matz is soft. I mean, jeez Louise. I mean, just awful. Mets give him a 2-run lead, and it's gone before you even blink. I mean, I'm tired of Steven Matz. Mets need to get a lefty. I mean, their two lefties in the rotation are a disaster. Vargas and Matz. I mean, Steven Matz, yeah, you showed promise when you first came up, but the more and more I see of you, the more and more I get sick of you. Cubs behind John Lester, blank. The Pirates, 1-0. Nationals ended their losing streak, getting back to 500, with 2 home runs from Bryce Harper as they ended the Cardinals' 8-game winning streak with a 5-4 win. Rockies beat the Braves 5-3, as Ronald Acuna did not miss any games. Of course, the big news was the suspension to Jose Urena, 6 games for the deliberate throwing at Acuna on Wednesday night. They usually reduce these, so it'll probably end up being 4 games after the appeal, which is nothing for a starting pitcher. Rangers edged the Angels 8-6. The Twins clobbered the Tigers 15-8. Royals beat the Blue Jays 6-2. And the Diamondbacks, behind the complete game from Clay Buchholz, beat the Padres 5-1. Today's 3 stars is Jose Bautista for going 3 for 4 with a home run and 7 RBI in the first game of the doubleheader. Clay Buchholz with his complete game 5-hitter against the Padres, and Jorge Polanco, who had a home run and 4 RBI as the Twins beat the Tigers. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the all-time legends for the Baltimore Orioles, Boog Powell, who turned 77. Boog is still heavily involved with the Orioles, running a barbecue stand at Camden Yards, where he often interacts with fans. And we take a look back to 1948. A day after Babe Ruth died, his body lies in state at Yankee Stadium. Over the 2-day period, over 100,000 fans would file past the Babe's casket before his funeral on August 19th. I mean, just the numbers of just how many fans came out to say goodbye to Babe Ruth are staggering. There were even 75,000 people the day of his funeral standing outside of St. Patrick's Cathedral in the rain. So check out the story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And don't forget, it's Friday. If you haven't listened already, listen to Allow Me to Be Frank. Support my podcast. We took a look at the Wayne Gretzky trade and the impact it had on the NHL. So check it out on SoundCloud and iTunes. If you haven't listened to any past episodes, Listen to as many episodes as possible. How else are you going to spend your Friday? Good day.